In this video, I'm going to show you how to install an oil catch can on a 2014 to 2018 Silverado or Sierra with the 5.3 liter engine. I've got a separate video of an overview and unboxing of this new K&N product, so be sure to watch that first if you haven't already. For this job, you will need a 2.5mm Allen key, 8mm socket with ratchet, 10mm wrench or adjustable wrench, trim removal tool or flathead screwdriver, and gloves if you want to keep your hands clean. This should only take you about 30 minutes, and I'd give it a 2 out of 5 for difficulty. First, I'm assembling the can while still inside the house before I get out to the truck so that I don't risk dropping the tiny screws in the engine bay. Teflon tape goes on the threads of the fittings and then screw the fittings onto the can, being sure not to over tighten. Now make sure the K&N logo on top of the can is facing you and attach the mounting bracket using the 2 small bolts with 2 lock washers and your 2.5mm Allen key. Now I've got a fully assembled can that I just need to mount when I get out there. Before that, keep in mind that with the K&N logo facing you, the left or passenger side hose is going to the connection under the throttle body and the right or driver's side hose is going to the side of the intake manifold. Use your trim removal tool or flathead screwdriver to remove these 2 plastic retainer clips in the plastic cowling at the back of the engine bay. Mount the bracket with can to those 2 holes using the provided nuts and bolts. Here I'm holding the nut on the bottom with my 10mm wrench and using my 8mm socket on top to tighten. Now the hardest part of all this is removing this factory crankcase ventilation hose. It was basically impossible to see and film exactly what I'm doing, but I'm going to try to walk you through it. This first connection you're looking for is underneath and to the right of the throttle body. Press in the gray tab and pull up. If you follow that hose around, you'll find the other end further back toward the rear of the engine on the side of the intake manifold with another gray push tab, which the arrow here is pointing to. I'll show this again later on. This part took me longer than I expected. The angles make it cumbersome and difficult to access and press these tabs, but you'll get it eventually. After you get the first one under the throttle body, I found it made it a little easier to rotate the hose counterclockwise to shift the other push tab slightly so that it's easier to press with your thumb and index finger. At this point, I decided it might be easier to access it from the side of the truck. So if we zoom in here, again, this is what you're looking for. The hose has a white ring around it, and this is the gray tab you'll have to press to release it. Unfortunately, I didn't realize I blocked the camera here, but I finally got that side released and then fished out the hose. Here's what it looks like. Now you're on the home stretch. We just need to connect the new hoses provided with the kit. So immediately do the reverse of what you just did. I'm tackling that side first that I just removed. Again, sorry for blocking the camera here, but you just want to connect the hose where you just removed the old one, and again, that one from the intake manifold goes to the right or driver's side of the oil catch can. Just press these in until they click. You'll know when it's securely on. Now I'm doing the other connection under the throttle body, which again goes to the left or passenger side of the oil catch can. And you're done. I'll do an update video on how much oil this thing captures, so be sure to like and subscribe.